The old woman quietly turned the wheelchair, suddenly ramming into the approaching nurse. She was not trying to fake an accident, but only to steal something for her next kill. With her partner's cover, Lena slipped into the bathroom, then climbed out through the window. Though paralyzed for decades, her arms remained strong and steady. Her clothing blended perfectly with the flowers and vines on the wall, allowing her to avoid the gaze of the gardener trimming the grass. She pulled herself up to the third floor. Her target was her former lover. The man already suffered from heart disease, so she had purchased a neurotoxin online and paired it with a stolen syringe. If she struck during his afternoon nap, the job would be done with ease. But every resident in the nursing home wore a health band. Once the heart stopped beating, an alarm would instantly trigger. Fortunately, Lena's own band had never been charged. On the monitor, she was always shown as dead. Now she only needed to switch bands with Martin and create the illusion that he was still alive. Afterwards, she could return the same way and have the perfect alibi. By the time the director pushed open the bathroom door in anger, Lena was already back in her chair.
You gonna help me wipe? Because my crevices have crevices.
The final step was to return the band to herself without suspicion. That very day, the nursing home organized a trip to the zoo. Lena and her partner quietly slipped away from the group. In a secluded corner, they prepared to use an electric shock to simulate a heart attack because Lena was wearing Martin's band. Only this method would fool the staff into thinking he had died. Her lower body was already paralyzed, so she would not betray herself with incontinence. As the band flashed red, the monitoring screen erupted in alarm. Martin's life was in danger. The staff rushed to the scene to resuscitate him, but in truth he had been dead for over an hour. All efforts were meaningless. Returning from the trip, Lena brushed past the corpse. Her face showed grief, but beneath it hid uncontrollable joy. Sudden death in a nursing home was nothing unusual. No one suspected murder, and no autopsy would be ordered. The staff assumed Martin's band had simply lost power and placed it back on the charger, just as Lena had calculated. When no one was watching, she quietly switched the band back to her wrist, closing the perfect circle of her plan. Everything had gone flawlessly, until the zoo. When Lena was shocked, she was secretly observed by the director who had followed her. The director had long despised her, and now seized the chance to threaten expulsion from the home. Forced into a corner, Lena prepared another gift, a very special one for the director.